Do you know what you call a fish with no eyes? A fs. What's up, fellow artists? So today we're going to be drawing a fish in the style of Alexander Calder. Calder was an artist from the middle of the last century who's really famous for inventing the mobile, or hanging art installations. He did a lot of work that used geometric shapes combined with organic shapes, a lot of found object art, and a lot of his artwork was based on fish and things found under the ocean. For instance, you've got this piece I'm about to show you called Lobster Trap with Fish Tail, or this piece that he called Aquarium. But really, we're going to be basing our artwork off of this piece that he simply called Fish. So before we get started on this project, let's take a look at some of the supplies we're going to need in order to draw our fish. We're going to need something to draw on. I'm going to be using plain white paper, but if you have lined paper or construction paper, that works too. If you only have a dry erase board, you can draw on this. This works great. You're going to need something to draw with. I would strongly recommend using a number 2 pencil. That way you can erase any mistakes you make. I'm actually going to be drawing with a Sharpie just because it shows up better on camera. Obviously, if you're using a dry erase board, you're probably going to use dry erase marker. Wow, I can't talk. So you can erase it and you don't mess up your board. You're also going to need something to color with. I'm going to be using a collection of markers, but if you've got, colored pencils, these work fantastic. You could also use box crayons. This is great. Whatever you've got. Once you assemble all your supplies, we can get started. Okay, folks, so drawing a Calder fish is really very simple. I'm going to be using a marker just so that it'll show up better on camera, but I would strongly recommend that you guys use a number 2 pencil. That way you can erase if you need to. Also remember to draw light until you get it right. Don't want to bear down too hard or else you won't be able to get rid of any of your mistakes. Alright, so starting with the fish. We're going to be drawing 2 curved lines on the top and bottom to make the body of the fish. So I'm going to start on one side and I'm going to draw an arc like this. There we go. And I'm going to come to the bottom. I'm going to do the same thing. Going the other way. Don't you love that squeaky marker noise? Alright. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a mouth on him. So I'm going to just make a little V. Coming in. And coming back out. Just like that. Now he needs a tail. So we're going to do something very similar to the mouth. We're going to make another V. And we're going to connect it to the back of that fish. Like that. See that? How it kind of makes a V there? And we're going to make one more V. A line there. And a line there. Alright, so we got a body of a fish. Now we're going to give him an eyeball. So I'm going to make a circle. Nice geometric shape. The fish body is an organic shape. But the eye being a circle is a geometric shape. Alright, so we have a basic fish. Now if you look at Calder's fish, he's got it zigzagged and webbed with a bunch of different wires so that he can hang different shapes inside the fish to decorate it. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw that kind of net pattern, that almost chicken wire looking pattern inside the body of the fish. So we're going to just kind of connect a couple points like this, and then we're going to make some more points. Maybe come up a bit. Just kind of create like a net pattern. I usually just start at a point, connect to another part, go in another point, like here's a point, put in there, go another point. It could be kind of crazy. Doesn't have to be anything so organized. If you look at his, they're almost hexagonal shaped, like a stop sign. You know, I had to move my pet fish to a saltwater tank recently. The pepper water kept making him sneeze. And we're going to put a few in the tail, just to section that off. Alright, so we've got it all sectioned off. Maybe one more line right here. Last thing we're going to do is we are going to decorate this thing with a bunch of shapes inside this net that we've created. So I'm going to be using markers, but again, you can use crayons, you can use colored pencils, whatever you've got. Make it really colorful and pretty. I think I'm going to start with blue because that's one of my favorite colors. And I'm just going to start drawing some basic shapes inside these little areas we've created. So I'm going to just put a square in here. A little four-sided square. Color them in. And we'll put another one up here. That one's a little lopsided, but that's okay. Calder used a lot of found objects in his sculpture. So if you look at his fish sculptures, there's bits of broken glass, little strange pieces of metal, all sorts of stuff. Whatever he had on hand, whatever he thought looked cool. And we'll put another one maybe right here. Alright, let's switch colors. Let's go for, let's try some red. Put a nice big red thing right here, a circle. Red's very eye-catching. That's why we use it in a lot of warning signs, because people pay attention to red. Bunch of circles. And we'll go with some primaries. How about some yellow? What can we do with yellow? We can make, let's make a triangle. Yellow is also very eye-catching. Not quite as much as red, but people still pay attention to it. That's why school buses are yellow, so people see them coming. Alright, switch colors again. I'm going to pull out some green, and I think we're going to make some triangles go in the other direction. I have them facing down, I'm going to have them pointing up. You can use as many colors as you want on this thing. Let's go with some purple. His eyeball's starting to look like a bullseye. You can put whatever shape you want in there. You don't have to do what I'm doing. Let's see here. What do we need? Oh, we missed one. What do I want to put here? Let's put some green there. That seems like a good idea. Let's put a little green triangle right here. Alright. Just as fast as that, you have a Calder fish. So this is my finished fish, and if you wanted to, you could stop here. However, if you really want to take this project up to the next level, what you could do is draw several more of these, color them all in, cut them out, and then hang them up on a hanger just like this to create your own Calder style mobile. Make sure you post a picture of your finished art project in our class art gallery. I think it'd be really awesome if we have a whole school of fish that we've made swimming around the internet. I look forward to seeing what you come up with.